Welcome to the Customer Culture Podcast with your host, Latanya Washington. More companies are educating themselves on the nature of their consumer through the Customer Cultures training program, and so can you. In this podcast, Latanya gives you tips on how to give the best customer experience. Let's go.
Hello, this is Latanya Washington, the founder of the Customer Culture, educating you on the people that you serve. It is the Customer Culture way. Today we're going to talk about how to develop a customer-friendly approach. What are two defining things that give great customer-friendly approach? That is developing great communication and a great relationship. Those are the two main factors for great customer service. So let's deal with communication. And when we talk about this, I find so many times people do not or have not put a lot of time into proper communication. And it's beginning to happen more and more because we're not talking as much as we used to because of modern technology. Many people have become so tech savvy, so everything now becomes a text message. When we begin to text message so much, what happens? We no longer talk on the phone, or we no longer have face-to-face conversation. We're on social media platforms, we're texting, we're emailing, we're doing everything, and it steers us away from great communication. And so I admonish you, even on today, when you're dealing with great customer service and the great customer experience, remember you have to develop a customer-friendly approach. So now that we know that so many people are in our world, and we do it too, we're texting, we're doing all of this. Learn to communicate, because sometimes even the words that come out of our mouths may not be perceived the way we planned for it to be perceived by the person on the other end. So therefore, sometimes we simply have to ask them, do you understand what I'm saying? And let them tell us exactly what it is that they feel that we said, because sometimes things happen and miscommunication can happen. And so the only way we can learn how to communicate more effectively, we have to begin to get back to the old-fashioned way and put it back into practice. It's all about communication. If you have to explain a program to someone or a service, you can speak about it. And then sometimes after that, send them an email letting them know this is how this works. This is what's next. This is what you have to do. You always want to have great communication and direct communication. So many times, once again, we can text message people and we may mean one thing and it may be perceived a different way. Another main point in regards to developing great customer-friendly approach, a great customer-friendly approach, is great relationships, or the development of relationships. Now, how do we develop those relationships? That means in order for that to happen, I have to stay in constant communication. You have to stay in constant communication. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to communicate with them or connect with them daily. Maybe it just means you need to connect with them on a monthly basis or every 3 months, every quarter, and just check up and see how they're doing. Make sure, and that's just sometimes it's just a simple little extra note. You always want people to remember you, and that's part of creating a great relationship with your consumer. We forget the little things, and it's always the little foxes that kill a thing. And remember, great communication and developing great relationships are creating a great customer-friendly approach. So you want to remember those key things. So if you're not doing it now, think about putting it and implanting it into your programs. We have so many things that we can do now and send reminders to ourselves, put an appointment there, make sure we're doing it. So remember, great communication and developing great relationships. That will help you It helps us in the long run of providing a great customer-friendly approach. Let's try it, all right? This is Latanya Washington, the founder of The Customer Culture. It is the customer culture way. Have a great day.